guarantee on their software. Plus, get a guarantee of at least $300,000 in tradable funds. You keep the profits. Join thousands worldwide who are already profiting from their AI-driven trade technology. Are you ready to step up your cash flow? Head over to TrueTrade.io. That's TrueTrade.io. That's TrueTrade.io. Investing involves risks, including the potential loss of principal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. See terms and conditions.
Happy birthday to us. 2 surprises for you. 2 surprises from NordVPN. 2 surprises for you. Celebrate twice as much with NordVPN. We have a special birthday deal. Get 72% off and a coupon for up to 1 year free. NordVPN is rated as excellent on PC Mac. Visit NordVPN.com and discover one of the most advanced VPNs in the world. What are the benefits? Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. Receive alerts if your email address leaks to the dark web. Reduce the risk of phishing, scams, and malware with NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro tool. Encrypt your online traffic and browse with more peace of mind. Get the special birthday deal at NordVPN.com. Additional terms apply. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-339-6365. 800-339-6365.
Individual freedom, the right to bear arms.
We are
Sirius XM Patriot.
Channel 125.
Conservative principles live here. Sirius XM Patriot presents Breitbart News Daily with your host, Mike Slater.
Teach them how to do it. We'll wash our cars together and we do it house to house for $5, right? And my wife doesn't think that's a good idea because she doesn't think people want kids washing their car, like touching the outside of their car and scratching or something. And I don't want to put people in weird scenarios where, like, will you buy my junk? You know what I mean? Like, the kids want to sell their own toys and stuff, so I had to steer them away from that. I don't want to do that. Burden on people. But I think like people may want their car washed. It's like nice out now. And I don't know, $5, kids, what's the worst they can do? I guess, I don't know. So I think it's a good idea, the wife does it. So, quick 10-listener poll, should we let your kids, I guess it'd be like half under my supervision. We're not going to be there to do it, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. But they won't be messing around. The expectation is you're going to do the best job you can. So is that the wise thing to do? Or should we try to, as a parent, should we try to think of another way to help the kids? 86695 Patriots. Yes, wash the car. No, don't wash the car. $5. I think it's easy, and the kids do it. Anyway, 86695 Patriots. I think it's a genuine thing. I really don't know what to do, and the kids really want it. So 86695 Patriots. Yes, someone call it right now. We need 10 people. Yes, should we let the kids wash people's cars? Or no, don't wash cars. 86695 Patriots. Real quick, I was talking about DC. 86695 Patriots. You'll see the stunning building, and then there's a 30-foot blue rooster sitting in front of it, just to be ugly and stupid. So, like, I don't trust the new Black Lives Matter mural that they're going to put on the street. They'll like replace it with like a transgender Uncle Sam, like RuPaul and Uncle Sam with a new mural on the street. So it's like I don't trust these people at all. We need to do more oversight of what they allow in our nation's capital. 250th anniversary is coming up. What a great opportunity to have a revival in American art and architecture for 2026. Wonderful Doge news we will end with. The debt clock. Have you seen this very complicated looking debt clock before? They added, the other day, they added a place for money saved by Doge. It's great. It's going up. But now they've added money saved by Doge per taxpayer. How much money are we saving per taxpayer? Right now, it's about $1,500 per taxpayer. Very good. Keep it going, guys. Will the cuts be... Listen, I think it's so easy to cut to what we had in 2021. It's like, jeez, 4 years ago. That's all we did. And that's like $4.5 trillion. And now we're at 7. It's like, well, let's go back to 6. No, 4 trillion. We're gonna get back to 4 trillion. Jeez, guys. So don't let up the pressure. And I know they want to feel good about it. And they want us to like pat them on the back. Great job, guys. And I think a pat on the head is fair for them. Okay, but you got a ways to go, guys. We got a ways to go. But we're here for it. Mike Slater, Breitbart News Dallas, spread the word.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10, $20, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-553-6800. That's 800-553-6800. Once again, that's 800-553-6800.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians...
Morning, unindoctrinated.
Learn more at guardyourcard.com.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at AbacusPays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees, no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at AbacusPays.com.
Limited economic opportunity.
We are
Conservative principles live here.
Inflation cooled last month, according to the government's just released consumer price index. Prices rose 0.2% in February, a 2.8% increase year over year, compared to a 3% rise in January. Slate's report a bit better than analysts had been expecting. As President Trump pursues his drive to streamline government, the Justice Department is, among other things, restructuring its public corruption units.
Prosecutors have been told they will be asked to take new assignments and cases will be transferred to U.S. attorneys' offices around the country. The decision comes weeks after the Public Integrity Union's leadership resigned when Deputy Attorney General Anil Lobey ordered corruption charges be dropped against New York Mayor Eric Adams. The DOJ spokesperson says department leadership is taking a broad look at the agency's resources and have made no final decisions about the future.
Yeah, it is.
The Integrity Section was created in 1976 following the Watergate scandal and Thomas Washington.
Cooler though.
The European Union will impose fresh tariffs on American goods, according to the European Commission President.
Ursula von der Leyen announces retaliatory trade measures, responding within hours to the Trump administration's increase in tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports to 25%.
The countermeasures we take today are strong and proportionate.
The EU measures cover goods up to 28
We talk about Relief Factor and how so many people enjoy it. Relief Factor makes that pretty pain-free too, with their 3-week quick start kit for only $19.95, less than $1 a day. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain temporarily, it helps reduce or eliminate pain. Visit relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF, 800-4-RELIEF for Relief Factor.
Most people in radio commercials talk really fast. But we made this one for RV owners. Progressive knows they like the slower pace of RV life, like this commercial. And they know Progressive will protect their RV at a fair price with discounts. Now here comes the best part.
Yeah, today's the coolest day of the week. It's only going to be in the 40s today, but then they're saying 70s Friday and Saturday.
Imposing retaliatory measures. Business Secretary Jonathan Reynolds says the UK will keep all options on the table. Britain not part of the European Union, which has announced import taxes on a wide array of American goods in response to President Trump's move. UK Prime Minister Starmer has worked to build strong ties with Mr. Trump in hopes of avoiding tariffs. Last year, the UK accounted for about 7% of the UK's total steel exports by volume, 9% by value. Pakistani officials say security forces have exchanged gunfire with hundreds of separatist terrorists holding about 250 hostages on a train in the country's rugged southwest. Security forces are in a tense standoff, refraining from an all-out attack. Hostages are surrounded by gunmen, vests packed with explosives. News and analysis at Town Hall.
Truth is.
I thought she made accounts for all those ones that we listed. Added accounts to all those.
Oh, maybe. I'll have to look at that.
On that list. If not, she'll have to add a card. My card's maxed out with those. I can only have three accounts on my card.
Okay.
I don't know how she set it up, but with what card she used or whatever she used, but she was the one that added it last time.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Yeah, she'll do. I mean, she'll.
Yeah,
cool. One more bed's opening. Sweet.
No, it's not cool. Ain't nothing cool about it, Doc.
Means they have to hire more staff. Have to do this. I know.
Yeah. Annoying. All right. Let me see.
And if they want me to, I could probably be out there tomorrow to set up those laptops.
Yeah, we got laptops there for your clients?
Yeah, for a facility, or Jess had me order a couple, or Megan had me order a couple.
Oh, okay. I love my laptop.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I waited so long to do that.
Yeah, Corey should have gotten his too. I stashed it away in the IT closet and told him to pick it up.
Yeah, he's got it. He was on yesterday. I seen him on yesterday.
Very cool. All right. Well, if there's anything I can do, please reach out.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Clean DR last night. And for those of us, those guys who are listening to remember 20 years ago when Alligators got his culture, keep in mind what made that so unique. What it was about, what Alligators did, and decades later, we still remember this Alligators culture. He was a man from the whole folks through the birthday business thing. And he would see guys all over the league that have problems everywhere. And the man was one simple thing, show up for my team, put them in the field, and everybody is on my page. And we've never seen that here in Congress. By the way, when Alligators fans are so great to everyone, all part of that everyone is to take care of the draft there. And the other team is a healthy, no one's working on the ball about Alligators. This team right now in Congress is something I have never seen
mandate has been very straightforward and very clear by the American people, by the president, and even for those in disagreement. The House Freedom Caucus endorsed this and came out. Chip Roy posted a hat tip to Tom Massey, respecting his right to disagree, but also that, you know, beyond voting our conscience, we have to think about what we do in this grander strategy. Now this bill will head to the Senate, and my question that I put on the table on radio and TV for anyone, congressman or senator, is that while we have to get this done, and if you have objections, and many do, like Rand Paul in the Senate, what is your achievable alternative? A bit to your Al Davis analogy, there has to be an achievable alternative instead of just focusing, or not instead of, but in addition to focusing on moving the ball forward.
Absolutely. And what we've done in the past is we want to win, and there's some we just believe we don't really do that to Hail Mary. And the thing we have to recognize now is we have a number of majority. We have to take what we can, we take the strategy, and have faith that President Trump understands the big game, the longer game, the big strategy. And I totally agree with you. We have to recognize that this is we're here not overnight. It's going to be a process to get there slowly but surely. Let's take the strategy as we can. So I'm hoping that the Senate understands and gets what we have gotten here in the House. Keep in mind, for us to do what we've done in the House last 2 weeks is a remarkable feat. If the Senate takes example of what we've done, if we continue this process, and we'll start getting some Democrats to come across with us once they realize that we're not going to be defeated, we're not going to be divided, and that we're a solid force of people behind us. So hopefully that'll be the case, and the Senate will follow through and not allow the Democrats to shut down the government.
Some other key things in this bill, and the Tax Cut and Jobs Act is an important part of this, but also other things. $50 billion for opportunity zones, the poorest neighborhoods and communities in the country, is a big part of this. We've got to help the Americans in need, and that's part of the America First agenda.
That, and understand, we're doing things now that has never been done. We're giving out federal government audits. If we allow President Trump and his team, which is the most impressive team I've ever seen, by the way, to do their job, we're not only going to put this policy together in terms of the type of as we get past this CR to the next phase, but we're also looking at how can we reduce all the weight, all the fraud, and start pulling some of that, clawing some of that back and codifying. So there's a lot on the plate. There's a lot of things we can do. The key is we have a strategist, one that's shown himself to first of all be America First, to be he's a genius in terms of the way to run a business. Let's follow the lead. He understands the bigger game. We understand our particular positions. Let's put our positions aside and say we're going to really understand there's a strategy in place so we can follow that. And the American people will end up winning in the long term. For generations, by the way. Not just this year, next year, but for generations.
Congressman Burgess Owens from Utah's 4th District. I know we have a limited time, so I'll get right to it. Now it goes to the Senate. So what should we look forward to?
That's going to be this is going to be a big one. I just think that we have momentum now. I believe that even though they're going to have a 16-vote place they have to get to, I have to believe that there's Democrats who also understand that the American people are expecting certain things from us right now, and the momentum has changed. That they want to stay around for the next term, they're going to come across and work with us. At the end of the day, the party that if they go through a shutdown, the party that is playing for that will take a big hit. We're showing that we're doing everything we can to keep the government open, to keep American people served, and to move forward the agenda of America First. If the Democrats decide to vote against that, there'll be a price to pay. And I think they're beginning to realize that American people are not as tolerant for that kind of stuff as they have been in the past.
Let's go to something that happened yesterday evening as well, and that's in the Department of Education. Linda McMahon, the Education Secretary, instituted a reduction in force that would remove about half of the 4,133 workers in the Department of Education. You're obviously a subcommittee chair, you're on education and workforce. Your response to that?
Boy, welcome. Reduction of force is something that the private market experiences all the time. I was Motorola, I was an Excel, the Sprint, and we all went through it. It's the way that companies make sure they right-size themselves and productively get a good return on investment. We've never had that. It is time for our federal government to understand that they're there to serve the American people. And we do that being leaner, we focus, and the things that the Department of Education has done for the last 40, 50 years has been atrocious. What they've done to our children should never have been allowed. And now we have a president who understands that we're going to get rid of all this bureaucracy and let the state, let the districts, let them do the things they do best. They know their kids. They understand that their needs. And they can start working out on education, the workforce, and being innovators in the process. Innovation is what we've done here in D.C. The only way to do that.
Okay, I'm heading there now. So I'll try and print it out if I can find in my email log. Do you want to reply?
Yes.
What's the message?
You don't have to. It won't take me long. I'll be there in a couple minutes.
I got it. You don't have to. It won't take me long. I'll be there in a few couple minutes. Ready to send it? Okay, it's sent.
I know you're running, as many of you are this morning, a busy day after the passage yesterday. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, my friend.
Morning, Brandon.
Burgess Owens from Utah's 4th District. Let's go back for a moment. I asked the congressman about Linda McMahon's reduction in force order yesterday. I'll get into the details of that. But back to Randi Weingarten, who can't help herself when it comes to education.
So when somebody says DEI, it's opportunity. It's so we can create that ladder of opportunity. It's so we can make sure that kids can succeed. Poor kids, kids with disabilities, kids who want to go to career tech ed, kids who are first generation college goers to get some scholarship money. That's what the Department of Education does. And that's why you're seeing across the country people saying 90% of the kids in America go to public schools. They know what Title I is. They know what IDEA is. The federal government does not control education. The states do. Local school boards do. This is about opportunity. That is why so many people are so mad about it, because they're just taking opportunity away from kids that don't have it. So billionaires, kids of billionaires, they have it. They go to private schools. Everyone else, 90%, go to public schools. Don't take away their opportunity.
And if you thought for any moment, for a second, for a millisecond, that Randi Weingarten really believes that education belongs in the states, don't bother. Don't bother. It's not what they want. You have a Department of Education that has a budget overall of about $280 billion annually. The numbers vary from year to year. But yet, in all those budgetary years, the average of money spent on education is 25% of the annual budget. Where's the rest going? That's an inverted relationship. Maybe they could make an argument if 75% of it went to education. Here's Linda McMahon on the Department of Education bureaucracy.
This is a new world for you, this education department. How shocked were you, if at all, about how swampy it really is?
Well, this is my 5th day on the job. And so, I did serve in the first administration of SBA. But so when I got to the Department of Education, the president said, look, I need an executive, I need a leader in the department. And so when I got there, I found out, I said, okay, we have to identify where the bloat is, where the bureaucracy is, and we're going to start there. Because the programs, so many of the programs are really excellent. We need to make sure that money does get to the states. We want more money to be able to go to the states. And that's what the president said all along. If we get rid of the bureaucracy, the states will get more and go directly into the states.
Block grants to states.
Perhaps block grants without so many strings and red tape attached to it.
Imagine that. Reduction in force yesterday that was announced, roughly half of the Department of Education being given their walk-in papers. Now, there's a little bit more to the detail, obviously. Again, roughly 50% of the department's workforce will be placed on administrative leave starting Friday, March 21st. You might want to watch them closely between now and March 21st. After all, they've been in charge for so long, they're not going to give up easily. Only about 600 employees had taken the voluntary resignation that was offered in retirement by the administration. About 259 accepted the deferred resignation program. 313 accepted the voluntary separation incentive payment. Remaining employees that are now impacted by reduction in force. And I'm sure you'll see the rallies, the marches, the yelling, the screaming, the gnashing of teeth, beating of chests, clutching of pearls. They will get pay and benefits until June 9th. And of course, there's a connection to retirement benefits based on length of service. So don't buy the immediate, we're all going to die, be homeless on the streets. Fact is, it's been bloated for way too long. And finally, something's been done. I just kind of remember the Elon Musk going into Twitter, now X, firing half the staff essentially, and it got better. Think about that. Up, down, up and down. In today's unpredictable market, events like tariffs and recession fears are impacting business stocks in ways we can't always predict. Worry not. My good friend, Fox Business host Charles Payne, has insights you need to stay ahead of the market fluctuations. And his latest book, Unbreakable Investor, is your go-to guide for navigating the market complexities when events like new tariffs, inventory issues, and slowing in the workforce occur. And as an unbreakable investor, you'll learn strategies to stay ahead, even when tariffs and other economic events create uncertainty or shake stock prices. So with the right knowledge and a strategic approach, you can optimize 505-505. That's text David to 505-505.
The will count majority.
Coming up right after the David Webb Show, Representative Scott Perry from Pennsylvania is going to join me. We're going to talk about sanctuary cities and ICE raids. And then Mark Dubowitz, CEO for the Foundation for Defense of Democracy, will join me.
The will count majority coming up next at noon East after the David Webb Show on SiriusXM Patriot.
Even if you think it's a bit overhyped, AI is suddenly everywhere.
You have a great day too.
To molecular medicine, to business
Peace.
efficiency. If it's not in your industry,
Love you guys.
it's coming. But AI needs a lot of speed and computing power.